Introduction. Net worth. Raila Odinga, often called Tinga or Baba in Kenyan politics, is one of Kenya's most enduring and influential political figures. While precise figures are difficult to verify, he has publicly claimed a net worth of Shillings 2 billion, approximately 10 to 20 million US dollars, depending on exchange rates. Independent estimations suggest his assets, especially real estate and business interests, likely push his total holdings higher, with some speculative sources placing his net worth in the range of 50 to 100 million US dollars. But others contest those high figures. Much of his declared wealth is in property, shares in companies, including in energy and gas sectors, and real estate across Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, and Siaya. Early life. Raila Odinga was born on January 7, 1945 in Masino, Kisumu District, Nyanza Province, Kenya. He was born in the Anglican Church Missionary Society Hospital in Masino. Appearance. His father was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, a major figure in Kenya's independence movement and the country's first vice president under Jomo Kenyatta. His mother was Mary Juma Odinga, also sometimes spelled Mary Ajuma. Siblings. Public records do not emphasize his siblings much. But from historical accounts, his family environment included siblings and extended Luo family connections, common in Luo culture, though precise names are less documented in mainstream sources. Education/early schooling. He began primary education in Kisumu Union Primary, then later attended Miranda Primary in Bondo and Miranda High School. In 1962, by his father's influence, he was moved to East Germany to continue further studies. In Germany, he first studied German language at the Herder Institution, the preparatory school for foreign students. Then he enrolled at the Technische Hochschule, engineering institution, at Magdeburg, now part of Otto von Guericke University, in East Germany. He completed a degree certificate in welding or related mechanical engineering disciplines around 1970. Personal life. Wives. Raila has been married to Ida Odinga, née Ida. She is a lawyer, businesswoman, and political activist in her own right, widely known in Kenyan public life. There are references that prior to Ida, he might have had other relationships or marriages culturally, but his widely recognized spouse is Ida Odinga. Children. Raila and Ida have several children. Some known names include Fidel, Rosemary, Oburu, Winnie, and Raila Jr. Also, some of his children have public profiles in business or philanthropy. Public sources vary, but these are commonly cited. Religion. He is a Christian. The Odinga family has roots in the Anglican tradition, consistent with his birth in an Anglican hospital and his early Christian affiliation. Other works/interests. Beyond politics, Raila is active in business and philanthropy. He is associated with East African Spectre Ltd., originally founded from his early engineering ventures, especially in gas/LPG cylinder production and steel fabrication. He has also been involved in real estate development, shareholdings in energy companies, and rental properties. He is also active in social causes, advocacy, and public speaking, especially on democracy, governance, social justice, devolution, youth empowerment, and Pan-African initiatives. Professional/political career. Raila's life is inseparable from Kenya's political journey. His career can be sketched in phases. Early professional life. After completing his studies, he returned to Kenya and began working as a lecturer at the University of Nairobi. While at university, he also engaged in small engineering work and business ventures, using leftover machinery from expelled Indian technicians in Uganda. That business later evolved into standard processing equipment, which later informed East African Spectre. Later, he joined the Kenya Bureau of Standards, rising to deputy director by 1978. Political activism and imprisonment. In the 1970s and early 1980s, he was increasingly vocal about democratic reforms and political pluralism. In 1982, he was accused of plotting against President Daniel Arap Moi and was detained without trial for 6 years. After release, he was arrested multiple times for challenging one-party rule, and in 1991, he went into temporary exile in Norway for safety. He returned in 1992. Rise in electoral politics. Upon return, he was elected to the National Assembly in 1992 under Ford Kenya, the party his father led. After internal party struggles and his father's death in 1994, he left Ford K and joined the National Development Party, NDP. In 1997, he ran for president unsuccessfully, though he retained his parliamentary seat. Later, NDP merged into KANU, and Raila became KANU's Secretary General. He served as Minister of Energy, 2001 to 2002, under Mwa's administration, and later as Minister of Roads, Public Works and Housing, 2003 to 2005, under President Kibaki's administration. ODM leadership and presidential bids. In 2005, he co-founded the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, which became the vehicle for his electoral bids. He contested the 2007 presidential election. The highly contested results led to post-election violence and a mediated power-sharing deal. He became Prime Minister of Kenya in the National Unity Government from 2008 to 2013. After 2013, the post of Prime Minister was abolished, and Raila continued as opposition leader. He also ran for president multiple times, 2013, 2017, 2022, each time claiming electoral irregularities. By 2024/2025, he remained a central opposition stalwart, engaged in national debates, constitutional reform pushes, e.g. building bridges initiative in past years, and continental diplomacy, e.g. he declared candidacy for the African Union Commission presidency. In March 2025, the Kenyan government sent him as a special envoy to mediate a crisis in South Sudan. House tour and car collection. Raila Odinga's real estate portfolio and vehicle collection reflect both his political status and business interests. Houses/estates. He owns multiple mansions in Kenya. Runda, Nairobi, a high-end dwelling in Nairobi's leafy suburbs. Karen, Nairobi. His house in Karen has been valued, by himself, at 300 million shillings as part of his net worth disclosure. Kisumu, Riat Hills, a large mansion overlooking Kisumu Airport, reported to have many rooms, conference halls, theater, helipad, etc. Nyali, Mombasa, a coastal home he opened in 2018, painted in the mandated coastal scheme, blue and white, used for social and political functions. Opata Farm, Siaya/Bondo region, his rural home and ancestral land, which includes his father's mausoleum and a cultural setting. These homes often include large grounds, high security, multiple reception areas, conference rooms, sprawling gardens, and in some cases helipads. Cars/vehicles. He has a fleet of vehicles. In 2022, he was gifted 3 Toyota Land Cruiser SUVs during a campaign event. Reports also mention he owns luxury cars and has access to helicopters, choppers. Some rumors, less reliably sourced, suggest brands like Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti in his broader collection. However, such extreme claims are not confirmed by mainstream credible sources. College/university career. Raila's college journey is tied to his time in East Germany. He attended the Technische Hochschule in Magdeburg, East Germany, where he studied mechanical engineering/welding and graduated around 1970. After return to Kenya, he worked as a lecturer at the University of Nairobi for a period in engineering departments, engaging also in small industrial ventures from his academic base. His time in academia provided the bridge into entrepreneurship, e.g. founding Standard Processing Equipment and later politics. Cause of death. As of October 2025, Raila Odinga is still alive. No publicly verified reports indicate his death. The cause of death section is thus hypothetical. If he were to pass, announcements would come from official Kenyan media and government statements.